It's Austin, and y'all are watching CG Feed on RCG.news. It's Tuesday, January 20th, 2026, and kicking things off, here are the top gaming stories you need to know, spanning PC, console, and mobile. These are the biggest announcements, releases, and updates you'll want to know about if you're trying to stay on top of what to play next and what's coming soon. Far Cry Classics getting 60 frames per second update. Ubisoft is updating Far Cry 3, Far Cry 3, Blood Dragon, and Far Cry Primal to run at 60 frames per second this week, giving the fan-favorite shooters a smoother experience on modern consoles. This matters for players on current-gen PlayStation and Xbox hardware who still revisit older open-world FPS games, and it could make these titles feel less dated alongside newer releases. PC players already had performance flexibility, but console fans are finally getting something closer to parity on frame rate. If you've got these sitting in your library from an old sale or subscription, this is a good excuse to reinstall. If you never finished Far Cry 3 back in the day, hitting it now at 60 frames per second is kind of the definitive way to do it. Marathon's release date leaks on Xbox Store. Bungie's extraction shooter Marathon appears to have had its release date accidentally revealed on the Xbox Store, where a trailer briefly listed March 5th, 2026 as the launch day. Previously, the studio had only committed to a general March window, so this gives fans a much more concrete target for PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and PC. The game is positioned as a premium release without pay-to-win elements, making it one of the bigger competitive shooters on the 2026 calendar. For my FPS fans, this is the one you start planning squad schedules around. Bungie's new trailer confirms the date. Early 2026 is going to be absolutely brutal on your free time.
Tau City is dying. Poisoned. Its secrets. Buried and rotting. With the UESC holding a shovel. That's where you come in, Hunter. A living weapon, reborn, every time you break. The truth is in your hands. Survive or die.
GTA Studios' Edinburgh building suffers damage. The main Edinburgh building used by Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto studio has suffered structural damage, but thankfully no casualties were reported. While Rockstar can lean on remote work in other offices, disruption to a core building can still affect workflows and potentially timelines. For GTA players across PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, there's no announced delay tied to this, but it's the kind of behind-the-scenes event that can ripple into production. If you're following every tiny GTA 6 update, this is one more real-world wrinkle in the background. Update. A Rockstar spokesperson has confirmed its Edinburgh studio is open and operational after the fire brigade was called. Good news that everyone's okay, the building can be fixed. Nintendo still dominates Japan's bestseller charts. For the 21st straight year, The majority of Japan's best-selling games were on Nintendo platforms, continuing a 2-decade-plus hot streak in that market. That kind of consistency shows how strong Nintendo's first-party lineup and brand are, even as PS5 and PC make gains elsewhere. For Switch owners, it's a reminder that Nintendo's strategy of leaning on evergreen titles and family-friendly hits is still working. If you're waiting on the next Nintendo console, numbers like this are part of why they're not rushing. When you see a 21-year run like that, it's pretty clear why Mario and friends basically run Japan. Arc Raiders is evolving beyond a big spider. Arc Raiders is at that point where another big spider boss just isn't going to cut it anymore. Right now, the big bads are those Queen and Matriarch spider robots, but there are even larger war machines literally walking in the background that players can't fight yet. The huge walkers you see on the horizon are a technical nightmare. The team is literally asking, if we let players fight this, does the server just explode? The devs at Embark Studios know it, and they're openly talking about how PvE has to evolve before players get bored and bounce. That's all the gaming news for now. Stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for y'all's patience. We're doing a soft launch, testing things out.